I got some bad news for some listeners. Maybe
Okay.
maybe one or two listeners. I don't think it's bad news for us, but I want everybody to know that if you're making plans for Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner at the Olive Garden, they're not going to be open this year.
Ah.
What? The Olive Garden
Wait.
will not be open this year for Thanksgiving or for Christmas.
This is a new first-time thing?
They've normally been, I guess, I just don't know who goes to the Olive Garden on Thanksgiving or Christmas. I mean, there's probably like, hey, no one showed up the last 10 years. Let's just shut it down.
Last 40 years.
Yeah, let's just give them a break. All right.
Man, I'm not going to lie. I do love me some Olive
Right?
Garden.
I'm not mad at Olive Garden at all.
Not either.
It's just every now and then, like probably a couple times a year, when I don't have like groceries to make dinner, I'll just look at my wife and I'll go, Olive Garden? And she kind of perks up because, it kind of, doesn't sit well, the pasta with her. But man, those little to-go salads, I wish that if they would sell those in grocery stores, Olive Garden to-go salad, I would buy 4 of them a week.
They're great.
They are incredible.
The world changed for me when they started selling their salad dressing. Like, I was all, hello, Olive Garden at home. Still doesn't taste the same. My theory is that salads and sandwiches only taste good when somebody else makes them.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That is so true. The best sandwich is the one someone else made.
Yep.
But a lot of people, like this year for Thanksgiving, our family, we're going to Nebraska to see my mom and dad. And we already have reservations. We're doing Thanksgiving at a restaurant this year. There'll be like, I don't know, 10 or 12 of us.
What kind of place? Like a steak place?
I don't really know what it is. It's the name of the place is called Sullivan's, but it's not like the Sullivan's that was it's not the same as the one that was here. But it's supposed my sister picked it, so I think it'll be good. Right?
Yeah.
With my sister picked it, at least it'll be expensive.
Right, if nothing else.
If nothing else, it will be outrageously expensive. So I'm looking forward.
Well, if you're overpriced in Nebraska, in Omaha and not good, they'd run you out of town.
Right. That's true. That's true. But I'm looking forward to it. Thanksgiving is so much work. You know?
Man, it really is.
And, my mom's in her 80s and last year or 2 years ago, we spent 2 hours doing dishes and
it was so many dishes. But here's the problem with going out to dinner. Part of the magic of Thanksgiving is the leftovers that you get to eat for the next day or two. So what we figured out is we are flying home on the Friday after Thanksgiving, but we're getting there the Tuesday before. So Apple, Sandy's mom, and Landry and I, we're making sides we're starting the sides the day before Thanksgiving. So we can at least have the taste of the sides. And then we'll go out to dinner on Thanksgiving night.
It's just a handful of things. You don't have to make the mess.
No, we're not going to get a ton of it, but.
Right. So,
yeah.
But I'm with you on the Olive Garden, JB. I think Trisha is too. The salads, it's good.
It's just, and when I go in there, like we just get it to go. But when I look in there, when I'm in there, it could use a freshening up.
A little bit.
You're right.
Yeah.
At least the one I go to in Brody Oaks, because the food's still great.
Yeah, it is.
But the place just looks dated. Like I love it. I'd love to see come in and fix it up.
What was the place? There was one in the Arboretum where they had a honor system for their jugs of wine. Macaroni Grill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Macaroni Grill. You could also write on the table on Macaroni Grill.
Yeah.
Back upside down.
Yes.
They were so talented. No, they would put the big, giant jug of wine out there, and then you just tell them how many glasses you
Right. Yeah. I forgot about that. Macaroni Grill.
Macaroni Grill. I hadn't thought about that in a while. And you're right. The waiter's big flair, their big flex was to write their name upside down with the crayon on the paper.
They went to like 2 weeks of training.
I was just talking about this over the weekend with someone about how, those franchises, those restaurant franchises that were such darlings in the 80s and 90s are just falling out of fashion. Like going to a Fridays was a big deal.
I don't even know if they're
TGI Fridays.
Where Fridays is anymore. I mean, Chili's is having a little bit of a comeback right now.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah. And then remember going to like Bennigan's?
Oh yeah,
or Houlihan's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't forget
There was
Chelsea
just a
Street
bunch of
Pub
them.
and Bombay Bicycle Club.
Oh my God.
Don't forget those.
Oh, those are good ones too.
Bombay
Chelsea Street
Bicycle
Pub
Club.
was always in the mall.
Yeah.
Yes.
It felt like a guilty pleasure having an alcoholic beverage at the mall.
Yeah, it was great though. It was great. Where there was one place. Remember there used to be. Wasn't there a Saks Fifth Avenue in the mall, the Barton Creek Mall? Anyway, it had
I
a
don't
bar in it.
remember.
Oh,
It-
Nordstrom
Oh,
is a bar,
yeah, that's what it
and it's
was.
still there.
Oh, it is.
It might be a coffee shop now, but I remember. I feel like there might still be a bar in there.
I had a weird.
There used to be a California pizza kitchen there too. And I was like, I'm having wine at the mall.
Fancy, right next to the American Cookie Company.
Yes, right around
Yep.
the corner from the giant cookies.
I had a flashback up off of Great Hills Trail. I used to live right there, and there was a Simon David there, which was a grocery store.
grocery store.
And now-
Yeah.
And then it turned into that's where the Saks was.
That's where the Saks
That's where the
was.
Saks was by Ann
that
Taylor.
became a
Yep.
Saks.
Yeah. That was
Ann Taylor. When's the last
right. And I used to just walk across the street from my apartment to the Saks just to walk by and look at the hot chicks in the makeup department.
Now it's a Trader
Now
Joe's.
it's a Trader Joe's. Right. Exactly.
That's a Trader
Yeah.
Joe's now. Wow.
Trisha, what do you have coming up for us in the story we love?
All right, we have to talk about F1. I know that the race was this past weekend, but wait until I tell you what us normal people, the normies, get to do starting in January of 2026 at the COTA track.
All right, stay with us. That is coming up.
Need extra cash in your life?
The $1,000 payday is back this morning at 9. 103.1, Austin's 80s station.
U.S. Grand Prix has wrapped up over the weekend, and Trisha's now going to tell you what you can do at the Circuit of the Americas beginning in January. Longhorns eke out a victory in overtime. And it
Understatement.
was,
Eked out.
Yeah.
Like, my gosh.
dude,
It's a really
this
boring
is how
game.
boring it was. I switched over and watched the Aggie game.
Oh,
That
Yeah.
was not easy to do
I
because that game
know.
got moved to ESPN News
you had to really work for it.
because there was a 2-hour delay of the kickoff of the Aggie game. And so I was like, I got to find ESPN News. That's the greatest thing with the Fire Stick is you push the button and tell it to go to the channel and it does it. It's awesome. But yeah, Longhorns win over the mighty Wildcats
barely.
from Kentucky.
The mighty Wildcats.
Yeah. And I believe because of that performance, didn't they drop down in the rankings, I think?
They're 22nd,
Oh.
I think. And Aggies moved up to
I
third.
need a towel. Where do I get my Aggie rag? Where
Right.
do I get
You
my
start whooping it up.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing all of this.
Tech lost. I was kind of on that bandwagon
Yeah.
because I've always liked Texas Tech, and they had a loss because they were 7. They dropped down. They're still in the top 25. They're like 14th or something.
Yeah, they lost to
14 to 18.
Arizona State over the weekend.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Longhorns, I haven't even looked to see who they have next. Do you know, JB?
Mississippi State
All right.
at away game
On the
next
road.
weekend.
All right, let's do the story we love.
The stories we love.
First of all, let me ask you guys this. Did you know that the COTA track is the only track in the United States designed specifically for F1?
Yes.
Did y'all know that?
I knew that.
Okay, I didn't know
I mean,
that.
it was a big deal when they were building it or announced that they were going to build it. Like,
Okay.
This is a Formula One track. We'll do other stuff on it,
Yeah,
but it's built for Formula One.
only one in the
But
U.S.
it had to be built to impress F1, or they wouldn't have gotten these
Yeah.
wins.
Right.
Yeah.
They would not have gotten.
Well, so we all know that the F1 race happened this past weekend. However, if as an amateur driver, you are interested in jumping in a car and driving that track yourself, you will actually have the chance to do that starting in January 2026. They're rolling out the COTA driving experience. It's going to cost you about $1,800 to do it.
just to get on the track for a day, like or an hour. or two.
This one is for a day. The experience starts. You do a walkthrough of the paddock area, which is used on race days by the professional crews to prepare the cars. From there, a driver spends a half an hour. The driver's who you are. You spend a half an hour learning about the track, including the climbs, the turns, getting up to speed on the car you'll be driving takes about another hour. And then you get in the car. You are driving with a professional in the car next to you.
who's got a brake, I'm guessing.
I would imagine. I would really, really hope. Personal vehicles, you don't take your own personal vehicle. The track provides a fleet of new BMWs. And they say once the track is warmed up by other drivers, then you can get out there as an amateur with a professional driver in the seat with you. Drive as fast around that track as you can.
You have this look in your eye and sound in your voice like you want to do this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I want to do it.
Do you really?
But here's the other thing. If you don't have $1,800 to spend, you can do it to where you ride in a car with a professional driver and they take you at like 150 miles an hour around the track.
I've done this.
I want to do that too.
I've done that with a professional driver. I can't remember what kind of car it was, but it was a fast car.
I feel like it makes you want to throw up when you go that fast.
It was great. I was so comfortable. It was so much fun because the guy was a professional driver. If I'd have got in there with you driving, well, I wouldn't get in.
Come on. I think I can do it.
But with a professional that knows what they're doing, it was so much fun.
Really?
So fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So
How much that cost?
It's funny.
Yeah. If you don't want to spend the $1,800 to drive yourself, you just want to do a lap with a professional driver, that's $200. If you want to do 3 laps, it's $300.
That's worth it.
Yeah.
$200, you will have more fun than any like Disney ride ever.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good value. That'd be fun. That's a nice gift.
How fun.
I think that would be
and it's
such a
funny.
blast.
I mean, I like sports cars and stuff, and it's. I always tell people you may think you're a good driver until you've been turned loose on a track with no speed limit, and you'll find out if you're a good driver.
You know what they said? One of the guys who was interviewed said people think it's all about getting up to speed and going fast immediately, and they were like, the art is in the braking. It's getting yourself back down, like in time for a curve or a turn.
Right.
I really want to try that. I think that would be a blast.
Well, save your monies.
Save my monies. It's the COTA driving experience. Starts in mid-January 2026.
I think we did mention the Red Bull team. Max Verstappen won the U.S. Grand Prix yesterday.
Yeah.
Did I say that right, JB?
Verstappen, yeah, he's had quite a career. He's had many championships, and he's been on fire for a while. He was first on the pole and just drove away.
Oh, really?
Just drove away.
But pretty much. I mean, a couple of laps in, he's 6 seconds up. It was over.
Really? Didn't Verstappen make an appearance in F1? No, that was Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, in the movie.
Lewis Hamilton was in the movie F1. Yeah, JB, you got to watch it.
Verstappen.
I know. I still haven't seen
Yeah,
F1. the
a
movie,
lot of
yeah.
race car, legit, like real race car drivers made appearances in the movie.
Verstappen may have been in there. I just didn't recognize him.
Yeah, a lot of it was
just
like
one of
we
those
didn't know.
things. That is the story we love.
1031austin.com.
You can find us on Facebook. Search the JB and Sandy Morning Show. It's Austin's 80 station, 103.1. Saturday Night Live kicked off their new season a few weeks ago. JB finally got around to catching an episode of it. He'll give you his thoughts on it in just a second. But I want to give you guys my thoughts on something that I just realized. And remember years ago when we passed the plastic bag ban at grocery stores in Austin?
Mm-hmm.
You had to bring your own shopping bags.
Where people gave you the stink eye.
Yeah, you brought your own little bag to take your stuff home in, right? And I don't know why I never thought of this a long time ago, but it just dawned on me when I was at the grocery store on Saturday. I'm walking through the grocery store and I'm getting my stuff, and I picked up a loaf of bread that was in a plastic bag. Then I picked up some Swiss cheese. It was also in a plastic bag. And then I picked up some other stuff that was in a plastic bag.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to put it in a non-plastic bag to take it out.
I know. It's so
It's
stupid.
the dumbest thing in the world. That plastic bag ban is ridiculously stupid. And we live in Cedar Park and don't have it. But I was in Austin when this was going on. I was just like, this is the dumbest thing in the world. Is this do we just do this to make everyone feel good or think they're doing something to save the planet? Because you're not. It's stupid. What were you going to say, JB? I interrupted you.
I don't know. I know all it takes is a picture of a turtle with one wrapped around his
Right.
neck, and everyone.
People freaked out about the straw on the
nose.
nose with the turtle. People lost their minds about straws.
It really did.
It's weird. It's weird you bring that up. I was thinking about that recently. Like there was not water bottles when we were growing up.
No.
You didn't carry water around.
Mm-mm.
Unless you had a canteen.
Yeah, right. I had a Kool-Aid canteen. Remember the Hey Kool-Aid canteen? Do you remember that?
No.
You saved them up?
But it's like, somehow we lived without plastic water bottles. Can we just ban them?
Right?
Let's just ban them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't have them before.
People are good. People are good about the reusable, devices of cups and whatever. So let's just ban this. And I remember as a kid, I know we would visit some family in Michigan and and everything was in glass. It wasn't plastic. And there was like a $10 recycle value for cans and bottles.
Oh, I remember 5 cents a bottle.
Not $10, 10 cents.
5 cents a bottle. I
10
remember,
cents.
Yeah.
10
Yeah,
cents.
Michigan.
So they
Yeah.
had a value. And so everyone would collect them and then recycle them. It was like, we had it figured out back then. How did we screw that
where
up?
did we go wrong?
I don't know.
Right?
Can I just say that this is how civically aware I am? I did not know. I was about to say, I don't really think they're really pushing that plastic bag ban anymore because I never hear about it at the grocery store. I didn't know that Cedar Park didn't have it and Austin did.
Yeah, Cedar Park doesn't have it.
You want to know what else Austin doesn't like? And when I asked this question, the guy looked at me like I was trying to steal something. You can buy lotto tickets in Cedar Park with your debit card. You cannot do that in Austin.
Really?
Yeah, I tried to do it when I was at a convenience store in Austin, and the guy looked at me like I was crazy. And then I was
With a
embarrassed.
debit card, you should be able to do it with a debit. That's
He
the
wouldn't
same
let
as
me.
cash.
He looked at me like I was
They
nuts,
just
like he'd never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. They just don't let you buy on credit because in case
Well,
you,
it's a
you know,
debit card.
become.
I was like, it's
basically an addict.
He was like, get out of
gambling.
here right now, is what I felt like he was looking at me like.
Were you a little embarrassed?
I was a little embarrassed. The first time I was ashamed of my lotto business.
Sounds like Saturday Night Live should be a little embarrassed with what they've got going on, too.
Man, my wife and I gave it a try. The new season just kicked off a few weeks ago. And we thought, let's do that. It'd be nice. The Longhorn game was over. That was,
Well,
yeah, we still won, but, and we watched it and I really was anticipating this new season. I was really looking forward to it. There are 2 new cast members that I was a fan of prior. That doesn't happen very often, right? Usually they're unknowns. One is that chick Veronica. I don't know her last name. It's like
She was the
it's like
Instagram
a-
girl you told us about.
yeah, she's funny.
Veronica. She's Veronica is cool on Instagram. I've been following her for quite a while. And the other one I was super excited about is Cam Patterson. He's actually from Houston. And he is a regular on Kill Tony. Very funny, very edgy, very funny. And my wife and I sat down and watched it, and we were both just going. And it's one of those things. It's easy to always kind of poop on it and say, "Oh, it's not like it used to be." People do that all the time. I felt like that 50th season, bringing back a lot of heritage people, was pretty good.
Yeah.
Last season. And I was just rooting for it, and it was just falling flat. And Sabrina Carpenter, nothing hotter right now, right? And it was just falling flat. I was just
waiting
we were
to
so
laugh.
bummed. Yeah, we were so bummed, and we're like, and I was telling my wife, I said, we haven't laughed since we started. I said on our radio show, which we've been doing forever. 4 hours a day, we laugh every few minutes pretty hard.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying we're better than SNL, but I'm like, look at the resources they have. They have all these curated cast members with all this talent and comedy and improv. They've got a huge staff of writers, and they only need to put together an hour and a half a week.
Right. Yeah.
It should be so much better. It just made me sad. I know that's lame.
No.
It made me sad. When you think about can you imagine if we had a staff room of 10 writers
Yeah.
putting together bits for our radio show?
Yeah.
It would just be like bang, bang, bang. It would be,
I remember when I was
just so
growing
bummed.
up watching, 6, 7, 8, 9, like staying up with my mom late or, Christmas time with the family watching SNL and everybody just whipping themselves laughing constantly. This is like Chevy Chase, Dan Aykroyd, Gilda Radner days. And remember they had the fake commercials.
Yeah.
And those were
Oh,
hilarious
those are always
too. And
good.
then it got to where you would laugh. You wouldn't realize that they were real commercials. You'd be laughing at the real commercials because you thought it was an SNL commercial for a while.
Mhm.
Like it seems like growing up, it was everything they said was funny. And now it's more unusual if you're like, hey, that was actually a pretty funny sketch. It's like,
I know. Are we just harder to please?
Probably. I mean, I
I think
laugh
they're
hard. I laugh.
overthinking it.
I guarantee you, if I watched what is Saturday Night Live, 90 minutes, hour and a half, if I scrolled through TikTok for an hour and a half, I'd get more laughs watching
Yes.
TikTok than I would watching Saturday
Mhm.
Night Live. I just would. And I think everybody would.
I think that's why maybe that's why the late night shows are hurting too.
Yeah. Late night shows took on,
It's kind of similar.
Yeah, they also took on content they shouldn't be taking on to
Right,
be late
right.
night host. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yep,
Overwritten.
Yep, yep.
yeah, very much so. So,
Anyhow, I hope it turns the corner. I'll give it more time.
Well, that's it. Do us a solid and copy and paste the link to this episode and send it to a friend or two. Thanks for listening.